It's an important market, and we think it's at an inflection point in terms of jumping off, not only in economic development overall, but certainly in the banking sector.
Pakistan represents a very good country for us to grow our banking business in.
Over the last 10 years, the Karachi Stock Exchange, the KSE 100 index to be particular, has returned an annual growth rate of over 35%.
The economy has built up a fairly substantial momentum, and it's still growing very strongly. Foreign investors are not yet discouraged to invest in Pakistan.
Pakistan has been the hub of trade activity since the historic Silk Trade because of its geopolitical position, providing a gateway to Iran, China, Afghanistan and India. Pakistan's liberal investment regime and open trade policies have led to a high GDP growth rate, averaging 6% over the past several years. Moreover, its investment framework makes it an attractive destination for foreign investment. Rising incomes and favorable demographics make Pakistan a large and attractive market with robust domestic demand. Corporate profitability across sectors has witnessed double-digit growth for the past several years. Sustained corporate performance has led to a growth in listed and market capitalization of KSE, which currently stands at $70 billion. The KSE was recognized by Business Week as the best performing stock exchange of the world in 2002. More importantly, the KSE has remained in the top 5 best performing exchange for the past 5 years. Established on September 18, 1947, the KSE incorporated on March 10, 1949 as the premier stock exchange of the country. It initially started with 5 companies with a paid-up capital of Rs 37 million. Trading was done through open outcry system. The first index was the KSE 50 index. Today, KSE offers 4 markets to investors, including stock index trading and cash-settled futures. Daily volumes average 275 million shares with average traded value approximately $350 million.
The stock market is up 45% in US dollar terms last year. And so that tells me that there must be other forces which are even more powerful from an economic and stock market point of view. And so I think that, the probability of the political noise remaining elevated is high. But I also look at last year as proof that it is not enough to derail the very, very strong economy. And therefore, what I think is the best stock market in Asia.
The Karachi Stock Exchange has performed extremely well. Now, there's obviously a linkage between the performance of the economy and the Karachi Stock Exchange. And I strongly feel with the reforms that have been undertaken and which are in process, not only the economy, but the Karachi Stock Exchange will continue to perform well by international standards.
Currently, strong risk management, audit and surveillance systems have been implemented by the KSE management. To reduce systematic risk at the exchange, VAR-based margining system introduced. The UIN systems allocates each individual client and trade a separate number such that a record of each client's trade is stored and can be accessed at any time. The UIN system has significantly enhanced risk management at client levels and considerably improved the exchange's ability to monitor the market. KSE audits all brokers on an ongoing basis with respect to compliance with broker and trading regulations. Brokers not complying with regulations are penalized.
The dividend yield in Karachi Stock Exchange is very high compared to the regional markets. We have a very high dividend yield. The PE multiples, on the other hand, are very, very attractive. We are trading around 10 and 11 for the last 3 to 4 years. And that makes this market more attractive.
It's a market which a lot of people don't realize, but is a very liquid market. It's as liquid as Singapore. It's a market which has a strong infrastructure. The exchange has a strong infrastructure. It's got strong risk management. It's scriptless. They've taken a lot of initiatives to bring about derivatives now. So I think you should see this market developing a lot more and a lot better.
The increasing liquidity in Karachi Stock Exchange has made it much easier for us to raise increasing amounts for our investment needs in the last few years. Over the last few years, there has been a tremendous growth in the appetite and the investor base of the Karachi Stock Exchange. and that has made it possible for companies in Pakistan to now undertake much bigger projects and raise equity for them within Pakistan through the Karachi Stock Exchange.
Karachi Stock Exchange is focusing on product development and customer services. Current initiatives include index trading, options, swaps, new indices, example Islamic index, sector indices and broad-based investor participation resulting in increased float in existing traded companies. KSE intends to become a regional hub for source of capital. Today, Pakistan is in a position to compete with international markets, making Pakistan markets economically viable to be tapped for favorable returns by investors.
The KSE continues to move forward. It's an exciting market for investors. It's been continuously one of the best performing markets over the last 4 years. And the reforms mean that it's becoming more and more central to the economy and as a gateway for investors. And also, I think increasingly it will provide a gateway for direct investors who are coming into Pakistan in terms of exit opportunities.
We hope to be able to attract a strategic investor, which would be a global exchange of repute, to join the Karachi Stock Exchange, and that will assist us with our overall product development plans, with technology and corporate governance, as well as international implementation of international best practices.